Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, Anthony.
I got up this morning. I had my first conversation this morning, right out of the gate, 5 a.m. this morning. I had a call with India, and they're talking about all these new AIs that are coming out and how we're going to start to use AI in the construction world here at CDO Group. And I thought we'd start off today talking about the three new brands that are coming to market, and many more that are coming, but our three top favorite brands that are coming to market, and kind of what your thoughts are on that.
I think that would be a great place to start.
I see this week we've got Microsoft coming out with Copilot, right? They've come up with some numbers and they've come up with their pricing and where they're going to price Copilot.
Yeah, $30 a user. I mean, it's almost as much as their top end Office 365 product. Which I got to tell you, I mean, it seems expensive, but the more people I talk to about it, everybody's willing to pay it. So I think it's going to be a hit for them.
I got yeah, a big chunk of that is they're going to pay back the $13 billion they're going to pay OpenAI for the platform. I mean, they threw they went out there and they grabbed OpenAI, and at least they're going to be first to market. But I just also saw that Elon's coming out with his new AI, and I think that's going to be announced this weekend, kind of officially. And I saw that Apple's coming out with a version of AI this quarter.
Yeah, I think that Elon did announce it officially this Sunday or Saturday that just passed. So you're correct there. So the race is on, and not only is Microsoft with their Copilot coming out, but this morning, and I read the other day that Microsoft or that Google was doing the same thing. They put it out a couple months ago, but now they're starting to actually do it. I went onto a Google Docs that I have, and it prompted me to sign up for their AI workspace add-in. Right, so all of them are in the race.
You know, this is a long way from the days of, remember the little paperclip? You remember the little paperclip you used to get on your little email
Microsoft,
system, Microsoft email system? Remember that? It's a
yes, I
long
do.
it's a long way from the paperclip. That, I mean, how many people in the audience remember the paper? If you remember the paperclip, put a comment down below and talk about the paperclip. It's, remember that was a blast. Back then, and it actually got a little annoying. Remember we used to whistle at you.
Yeah, that's annoying. But it sure has come a long way, and that's what's crazy about this. I can't wait for the Microsoft Copilot because I happen to use Microsoft products, and I think it's going to be a game changer. It makes things so much easier, so much faster. It makes you so much more efficient, and it's going to bring our level of efficiency and productivity up dramatically.
Look, we're going to feel awkward going through this. So, all of us who've gone through all of you and I, we've gone through, no, there were no cell phones to cell phones, no computers to computers, watching computers change, the internet, the cyber, all the, social media, right? We've watched the internet, the world change dramatically. And every once in a while, I feel a little overwhelmed. I have to learn it again, right? We here at CDO Group are working hard to practice and use these AI technologies. Every day we go through how can we implement this? How can we use this? And the thing I tell everybody here is every day you got to be using the AI platforms a couple times a day. You just got to jump in and try them on, find something you can use it for, find a way to edit an email, find a way to edit a conversation, see what you can do to keep getting involved.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think that if you're not, you're going to get left behind. This is not a matter of AI taking over the world. This is a matter of if you will get left behind if you don't become a power user with it. If you don't learn how to use it in your day-to-day life, you're going to be left behind. And that's for our kids. That's for everybody that works with us, for us. You have to use it. There's no question about it. And that's why I think it's going to be interesting to see with this race out there who becomes the main player. You know, Google's been the main player in the assistant space with Google Assist. They really have seemed to rock the world with GPS, with the way that they handle things in split seconds. You can ask it a question and get right answers, get what you want. Now Microsoft, with its partnership with OpenAI, seems to be leading the race there. It's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Yesterday we had a great podcast with Manoj Agarwal. Remember, he's an AI inventor. Holds multiple patents in the AI world, and really what he was talking about yesterday is, look, there are going to be two type of companies: those companies that adopt AI now, and those that won't exist very quickly. Right by 2025, every company will have AI involved in it. The ones that will survive, the other ones won't be able to compete. I thought that was an interesting conversation to look at. Kind of a thought like, all right, how can we? And this morning, right, we were with the group from India that we had on. We're looking at helping us develop AI platform for CDO, the construction company, and how do we take it from where we start with business development, and how do we look at each and every department and how we can start to take the information, get into a trainable format so the AI model can start to use that to think about ways of making our business more efficient, to look at the way that we do things, measure the performance of different parts of our business. And at first, but for me, it was overwhelming. Like my brain, the thought of having to come up and do this again at 5 o'clock in the morning was like, okay, look, I'm not going to get there. I don't want to have this meeting. I found myself wanting to check out of it. I'm like, nope, let's stay in the conversation, stand here, right? Be with it being uncomfortable, right? That's the gift that we got to go through. What's about to happen is, if each of us understands it's going to be uncomfortable trying on a new deal. I mean, this last week, we took on Threads. Remember, look, how many other platforms have we been on? Now there's this new one, Threads. And now they got Threads coming out to compete with Twitter. And now I got to go learn Threads. I've mastered I finally just got on Instagram and figured it out. I was a Facebook guy forever. Now I got to learn. I got Instagram. Now I have to learn Threads. Oh my God.
It's a lot. There's a lot coming at us all at once. There's no question about it. It's hard to stay up on it all. It's exciting though. I mean, one of the things that I love that we talked about earlier is Elon Musk launching his AI platform, which kind of goes hand in hand with Tesla's mission to develop a general AI, so that it could be used in its self-driving cars. It could be used with its robots. And I know that you get excited about that. You have a Tesla. I bet you can't wait to be able to let it drive for you.
It still drives like a 12-year-old. I'm not gonna lie. Look, Elon. I'm not trying to bash your self-driving, but I am not letting go of that wheel in the city. Now, maybe on the highway, it's fine, but I got in the city, it's like driving like a 12-year-old drives, and it's not quite there yet. But you can see it, right? If you squint your eye a little bit, you can start to see that the autonomous vehicles are coming, and it'll be a great platform to start looking at. But it's still kind of awkward. But look, as Tesla has said all along, Elon said all along, look, once we master general AI, right? Right now they've got camera vision going, and they get some great algorithms going. But as general AI gets mastered, right? This technology is going to be able to be used in every format, right? I mean, very much like we were as human beings. We learned to crawl first, then we learned to walk, then we learned to run. But that same technology we learned also made it efficient for us to drive boats, drive cars, drive planes, right? Once we understood how functioning worked, and the sensitivity of our hands and our feet, and how to make things, understand micro sensitivities, that same technology that we learned to walk has served us in many other aspects of our life. And general AI, I believe, will do the same thing for the world.
Oh, I agree with you, and I would love what yesterday's podcast. What the guest? What was Maju? Was his name?
Agarwal. He's got a great guy. I mean, tell you what, one of my favorite podcasts. Just fun guy to watch. He's a fun guy to be around. He's insightful about artificial intelligence. He's on the bleeding edge. He's on the leading edge of technology, really pushing. A great speaker, great leader in the AI world. Talking about where AI is going to help us. Right, he's not afraid of it. Right, he
No,
stands.
what I love it. What I love. Let me interrupt you here. I love his prediction. In 15 years, he's saying that it's going to be illegal for us to be driving our own cars.
Well, I mean, here on the road, right? We might go to tracks. We might be able to go to. There might be states where you can go drive a vehicle. It's probably going to be pretty similar to what antique cars are, or at least the autonomous vehicles will know you're coming. Right? You're going to have some sort of device on your vehicle to know that you have now entered the autonomous vehicle world. Right? Because look, frankly, they're going to be pretty precise. Right. At first, it may not seem that way. The problem with AI is that, look, if one autonomous vehicle kills somebody, the entire world will know about it. It's going to be a mess. Right. But every single hour of every single day, every 17 seconds, someone dies in a car accident somewhere. And we don't talk about that. But, so AI has to get it right. They will get it right. It will be great at it. And at some point, we as humans might be a variable that might make it very difficult to operate the way we are now. And look, frankly, they're going to be so much more efficient at it. I mean, being able to get in a vehicle later on, we won't. Today, you can't tell what you're going to be able to do in a vehicle. It's going to blow you away. Look, the things that you're going to be able to do in a car, right? You might have a car pick you up to take you. You might have dinner in a car. Imagine you and your friends get picked up in a vehicle that has while driving, you're going to an event, right? You're going to go to the concert up in Milwaukee, right? You'll be able to go to concerts somewhere, and then another vehicle will pick you up, take you back, and you'll be sleeping, right? So your friends on the way to a concert, get to have dinner, maybe watch a movie, get to listen to soundtracks, have great entertainment while you're driving. You can drink while you drive. You can sleep while you drive. You might do all kinds of other things while you're driving. God knows what you can do while you're driving, but the vehicle drives you, gets you there safe. You go enjoy the event, and now a different vehicle or that vehicle takes you back, and now you've got you've had a much more robust experience. And those are the things we're talking about. You can't even imagine today where that's going to take us.
No, I don't think you can. And I think that between the Microsoft co-pilots of the world and Tesla's and Elon Musk's new XAI, and Apple even. I mean, even if it's just to keep everybody else on point, this competition between Apple, Microsoft, Google, OpenAI, and Elon Musk's new XAI, it's an exciting time for us. And I think that we're going to see some major changes, and it's going to be fast. And,
Well, I
remember.
think that's good. I think it's a great conversation to go after. So I think it's happening fast. The multiplier is happening fast, and I think that's some fun. Look, I want to get another topic today because I know today's a busy day. We got a lot going on. I want to talk about this new Angel Productions, Angel Studios, and what's going on with their new movie they got coming out. Talking about where the Sound of Freedom and all the glitches are out there. Have you heard about what's going on there?
I have. It sounds like there's some sort of a conspiracy going on.
Well, it sounds like people are going to the movies and they're saying that something's going on with AMC theaters, that they go to movies and all of a sudden things like the AC is not working. I'm actually getting ready to go see the movie. Look, this is a conversation we've got to get on top of. Well, I'm not sure I understand how this is happening. Look, I don't know anybody in my circle of life where this happened. Apparently, this is happening around the world to children, and it's a big conversation. We've seen what happened with Epstein's Island, and we've heard all kinds of scenarios, and that's scary, right?
It is scary. There's no question about it, and I think that we need to follow this a little bit, because it seems like there could be possibly a real scenario here where people are trying to stop this from getting out.
Well, it's crazy. Like, I mean, could you imagine that there is some underground? I mean, this is that whole what we're talking about. This whole conspiracy thing.
Yeah, it's sometimes you don't want to believe these things, but it could be happening right under our nose with this, because when you think about how many kids are getting abducted and trafficked, it's scary.
Yeah, I got to tell you, it's bravo to Angel Studios for the work they're doing, being brave and bold, and putting a movie like this out there in our faces. Oftentimes I don't want to look at the societal stuff that we've done. You know, human beings have done some crazy crap on this planet, and if this is if this is something we got to look at, it's uncomfortable to look at, but we got to get it out there. We got to go figure out what's happening here in this scenario, and we've got to be able to go and shut it down. We've got to shut down the people and places in this world that are causing this kind of behavior to happen. And I am I I and every one of us needs to take action to support that, and bravo to Angel Studios for the work they're doing on this one.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that's we should really follow them and all support them. Go out to the see the movie and see what's going on with this.
Well, it's kind of amazing because on the heels of what's going on in Hollywood, that's I was talking to my producer friends who are all on vacation, right? They're all out there. I mean, they're no one's working. So one producer friend of mine, he's in Greece. Another one is over in New York. They're since this writer strike has happened, they're all taking some time now to go enjoy their families. But what's your thoughts on what's happening with the writer strike?
Some of these actors are being taken advantage of, and it's clear. I mean, you only have a handful of them that are doing very, very well, and it's kind of like that old saying, when you have disparity in income in any type of community, people are going to act out and come to the table with their problems. Right now, you have the big names making tens of millions of dollars of film, and then you have people on Netflix that are making they're getting some reoccurring revenue from some royalty of $20 a clip here and there. It's just not it's not equating to what they think is a fair compensation for them. So it's going to happen.
Well, when stag actors are saying, "Hey, our medical care is costing us 25,000 bucks a year," that comes out off the top of my. That's the first thing that happens in my income. I gotta pay my health benefits at 25,000 a year, right? You're talking a couple of $1,000 a month for health benefits. It's not sustainable, right? Human beings are going, look, this is getting way out of whack. We can't do it. I mean, across the medical world, I look at our insurance costs here at our corporations, and it's amazing and it's gross. Insurance across the board has gotten so out of whack that in every level, right? The medical in the medical insurance, health insurance, all of that stuff has become really, really out of whack for both sides, for the people that are doing the medical work, right? For the doctors and physicians that are out there doing the work, and for us that need the support. So I can see how it's impacting Hollywood, and that disparity is getting a little bit deeper. And look, bravo for them to stand up and go, hey, we're not willing to do this. And Hollywood's going to take a little bit of break until we get ourselves.
And you know what? They're getting support from the big names. Matt Damon and the entire cast of Oppenheimer, the new film on the beginning of the nuclear history there of nuclear bombs, walked out to support the whole strike. So they walked out of they walked out of the opening of Oppenheimer, right? So the red carpet. They made sure that they're going to make a stance on this. So I think this is going to be a big deal.
I love that Matt Damon guy. Look, he's a man of the people. He's out there. Look, I don't know if he's a man of people. He's making a freaking fortune, but he's at least in support. He's taking care of his Actors Guild and making sure that those folks are being represented well. And as soon as that strike was announced, they were on the red carpet. They all walked off. I thought that was brave, bold, and in support. And bravo to him for being of service to his fellow actors and what's happening out there. So I think that's an interesting conversation. There's a lot going on in the news. What are the topics you want to talk about today?
Powerball last night. Did you win?
I did not win $1 billion. I looked. I got 100 tickets. I did not win $1 billion. Listen. I'm still here. I would be. I'd be out there. You know what we talk about? I was going to go out there and buy a Fed ship. Right.
Yeah.
My first purchase was going to be a 150-foot Fed ship. I'd be over there right now looking at Fed ships today if I would have locked that down last night.
I didn't win either. And where did that come out of? Anybody? Do you know?
I think a California guy got some money, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm sure they will quietly come to bear as they get locked up. You know, as always, audience, we love having you on here. We're grateful for you listening. If you get a second, just do me a favor, like and subscribe. We're glad you're here. If you got any topics you want to talk about, put that down below. If you want to be on the show with us, we're happy to have you on. Joe, another great time of talking with you.
Thanks, Anthony. Look forward to speaking to you next week.